round 3 of some Pauper League action with Black-Red Reanimator. This might be the last video for this current sequence of uploads. I might do the next couple later, but it's been kind of slow going trying to get a game today. Probably because I'm playing at weird times of the day. But hey, you know, this deck's been seeming quite sweet so far. I'll definitely upload the remaining 2 matches of this league because this deck is sweet. I wouldn't say this hand was great or anything, but it had most of the things we needed in a hand. It had ways to discard Crusher. Had like a Dragon Breath. It's got these Manamorphoses, I guess. I'm gonna play Tormenting Voice since it's just cheaper. Yeah, than playing like Faithless Looting. Like if we had the ability to loot into a reanimation spell, I would have been all aboard. But oh my god. Kiln Fiend means we're probably dead next turn. So let's start looking for an Exhume. Well, there's another mountain, so I'm good with that. Let's play a Faithless Looting, because we can always Manamorphose again later. We want to discard these, I suppose. Manamorphose, try to hit Exhume again. It's not. So our options are to like play Insolent Neonate to try and chump, or like Faithless Looting, but to try and like draw Duress, or just cast Tormenting Voice. I think Looting's fine. Duress might keep us alive if we draw one. This doesn't. These don't seem to do very much. Yeah, I guess that's all we're doing this turn. Well, hopefully we don't die, which we easily could. You know, if there's like Mutagenic Growth, Temur Battle Rage stuff, the Gitaxian Probes, all these things are entirely possible. Just another Kiln Fiend, that's some amount of hope for the future. We found an Exhume, so that's top stuff. So we'll cast that and then Tormenting Voice, discarding Crusher in order to try and hit another thing. Or we can Exhume and then play Neonate to chump block, which I think I like slightly better. We'll return this one and leave this one where it is. So in goes the Crusher. Yeah, it's definitely a sweet thing about this deck that we can just never misclick through an attack step. So yet again, we're given the option of activating this for an extra damage. But on the other hand, I can see it being the case where we need to draw Lightning Axe from Insolent Neonate to not die. So I'll not. They also need to hit like a Temur Battle Rage or some way to give unblockable, but if they give unblockable, they probably can't kill us. Unless it's like land, Distortion Strike, Assault Strobe? I mean, that would leave us super dead. 2 Preordains. I'm on board with that. This might be a Lightning Bolt on Insolent Neonate to just clear the way. Apostle's Blessing. I mean, that's fine. I suppose, no, I shouldn't have let that resolve. I should have responded. So that was not fine. That was in fact awful, but here we are. So obviously if my next card was Lightning Axe, then I'm just horribly embarrassed. Like 2 gut shots to the face. That'd be some sublime slow rolling if that was the case. So we can just attack them and they're dead. This is 9 damage. I mean, it's also A, it's 9 damage, and B, you know, I have this. But since I didn't use it last time, I can see them believing that I don't know that this ability exists. Am I missing something? No? Nope, they're dead. So they are much like us, just doing some powerful thing and hoping that's good enough, which is fine. Chainer's Edict seems like a good option to have. I think Pyroblast's probably good, because they almost certainly have some counter spells in their sideboard. But it's whether like Duress is good, it's unclear. I mean, I think it is, but it's like whether this Duress is better than these Pyroblasts. Like, we haven't really played against any like Delver decks or anything, so I'm not too bothered that these 4 Pyroblasts have been sitting in their sideboard mostly. Yeah, I think Duresses are good because they give us the chance to not die. Even if they don't have like a counter spell, we can sort of disrupt their plan a little bit. Like these Lightning Axe, like Chainer's Edict seems a bit weird, but it buys us a lot of time. If they make a Killing Fiend and we just untap and Chainer's Edict it, and then we can keep doing the things that we're trying to do. Shed Memory seems slow again. Like, these things don't seem that great. So I'll put in 2 Pyroblasts, because I know at the very least they'll have like Nivik Cyclops. But actually no, I'll put in more, because they'll have Delvers as well. So what else do we want to take out? I suppose... I mean, maybe Neonate's like the weakest of these options. Like, I think Stink Venom's quite good, since it can just... it forces them to take things out of the way. Yeah, since I'll take out Neonate, since we're like less all-in the combo post-board, I suppose, since we've got a couple of removal spells and that sort of thing. And I think like Tormenting Voice and Faithless Looting are better, but I might be wrong on Tormenting Voice. That one actually might be worse. I think this hand is fine. It's a bit on the slow side. But you know, we can go get our mountain, then Faithless Loot away 2 Crushers, or Crusher plus Dragon Breath. And we can also like Pyroblast, like a Nivik Cyclops or something. If this is like a Killing Fiend, it might be in a bad shape, but it was not. And also it looks like our Faithless Looting will resolve. So I think I want to discard a Crusher and Dragon Breath. I actually quite like keeping a Crusher in hand, especially post-board, since Exhume doesn't target, which means that if somebody, say, does something to your graveyard in response to playing Exhume, you can let, say, the relic effect resolve, exile your graveyard, and then you can like lightning axe, discarding crusher, and you still get a crusher. Here though, I think I want to duress them, see what's up. So they have got a variety of things. So what do I want? I suppose, so I'm definitely power blasting their Cyclops. What do I want to face the least here? I suppose like all the mutagenic growths and team of battle rages can be left. It's just between Apostle's Blessing and Dispel. And I think Apostle's Blessing is better for them, since like, Dispel can hit more Pyroblasts, I suppose. But on the other hand, our Pyroblasts can hit their Dispel. Yeah, I actually think this is a bit better overall, since it can. No, oh, it's tricky actually. I think with Dispel, it's like the Dispel's definitely on targets, whereas they might not actually, we might just completely avoid having uses for their Apostle's Blessing. Anyway, so they have mutagenic growth to rage and Apostle's Blessing. It's fine. Because here I'm not doing a whole lot, just playing Rakdos Carnarium. Not going to be greedy and gain an extra life. Now they have those cards plus unknown. So we have multiple Stinkweed Imps. I'm gonna like play out some creatures and get some damage on them. So because all we need is Exhume, and we can start the Annihilation Train. Obviously, Exhume can bring back their Nivik Cyclops again, but we've got 2 Pyroblast for it, so it can at least overcome one of their things. And like making like Stampeding just to dredge it, because we already have a Crusher and a Breath and a Looting. So I suppose I can flashback Looting and see what other options I can come up with. Well, there's the Exhume. Discard this and this, since we're not too far away from just casting Crushers with the cards in our hand. They have 6 mana. Delver of Secrets is okay. So we are sort of limited on mana. I'm considering Pyroblasting that. No, it doesn't seem necessary. So we're gonna start by Exhuming. And again, like if something weird happened to our graveyard there, we could have discarded Crusher with Insolent Neonate. Because, you know, Pauper's got some really weird cards out there, some really obscure ones. So you're not always totally safe, even though you might think you are. This is great, just limiting their mana a little bit. And again, just leaving my mana open in case weird things happen, basically. So they have two Teamer Battle Rages and Apostle's Blessing. So like the trample doesn't matter that much. So we could like sack this to try and find like a Chainer's Edict or like a Lightning Axe or something. But Chainer's Edict's the only one I think that's a sorcery. But I suppose we might hit another Exhume. Okay, we didn't hit a whole lot there, but they don't know that. So we should, I think, I know they have like one Apostle's Blessing, which they can use. But if they have like two protection effects, I want to get them out of their hand now, so they don't get the, you know, the massive amounts of power from using them on their turn. Like if they just like play a second land, like play two spells, protect their creature twice, and then I can just die. So it's playing it as safe as can be. It's a little bit conservative, I will admit, but with these decks, it's very easy to die when you think you're safe against the Izzet Blitz archetype. We're almost at casting, you know, Crushers again, but that doesn't matter because they're dead. Hooray! We are the winners.